sorry about that. We were just talking with Gabe about just this last turn through the rotation. Gosman coming off a good one, Woody coming off a good one, building stamina, and he thought yours was a really good, solid, clean outing. How do you feel this rotation is rounding into form as you guys prepare for what's next?
I mean, I feel like we've been good all year. I don't think we've been nothing short of, awesome and really solid throughout the whole year. Obviously, you have a couple ups and downs, but, we've been really strong. And, I don't think there's any reason we can't carry that into the postseason.
Susan.
Hey, Anthony. Gabe mentioned that you had a little bit of fatigue there near the end. How were you feeling, and what do you feel like going forward from here, especially with theoretically probably a little extra time to rest up?
Yeah, that extra time is going to be nice, for myself and, I think, everybody on this team. Long year after a short season. We've been playing great baseball. Yeah, just getting fatigued, but it's, it's start 31, after not making many last year and not a lot of innings, and just looking forward to this postseason adrenaline to kick in, and just really excited.
And if this current score holds up, you guys tomorrow get sort of your destiny in your own hands. Is that sort of the way you guys would like it, just to take care of business yourself on your own field?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good way of putting it. Let's, we've been winning all year, and we can win and just control the outcome ourselves. There's no reason we can't do that. I think that's going to be, it's obviously everybody's mindset. So, that'll be no better way than to, just win it ourselves and celebrate. So it's got to come out tomorrow and play good baseball like we have, and should end up in our favor.
Gary.
Yeah, Anthony, on the note of 31 starts made this season, I think you finished with a 3.17 ERA on a 106-win team. Do you consider this the best year of your career?
I mean, I think it's for sure some career numbers. So, man, yeah, I guess you can consider that, career best. More than anything, it's, I just know this is what I'm capable of doing, and look forward to just trying to be consistent with, this production in the years to come, if not get better. But, I think, the great pitchers are able to just repeat good outings, and, that's all I want to do, is just be solid every fifth day and give the team a chance to win, and, continually and consistently put out good outings. So
thank you.
And Alex.
Hey, Anthony, you mentioned how long a year this is. I mean, if all goes according to plan, you guys have another month of pitching left. How do you prepare physically for what's ahead of you in the postseason?
Yeah, just staying on routine. Brad Lawson, is on top of all the strength stuff we do in the weight room, and the training staff is super busy. Making sure we're all healed up and feeling good, and feeling our best out there on the field. And like I said before, hopefully this postseason adrenaline kicks in and gives everyone a jolt as well. But when you're playing for a ring, there's so much excitement. I think the body is what it is, and you go out there and compete and try and win.
Have you talked to any of the veterans here, whether the Crawfords, Poseys, or guys like Wood and McGee, just about what it's like to pitch in postseason games and play in postseason games?
I think there's some conversations to be had for sure. But just for myself, no matter what the situation is, I just try and keep, every game or, every situation just the same. Not try and put these postseason games up on a pedestal, even though I know they're super important, but not try and make the game bigger than it has to be, and just do the fundamentals of, getting ahead of hitters and throwing strikes, and, if I do that, if we do that, then everything else just takes care of itself.
John.
Anthony, what's it like winning every day and then watching the Dodgers not go away? Because they're winning every day too.
Yeah, I mean, it's for sure, it's frustrating, seeing that when we're winning and they're winning, but I think we're on the side right now where they're probably more frustrated with us, because we're ahead and we keep winning. So we just got to take care of our business, like I said earlier, and we can control the destiny, but got to keep winning. That's it.
Thank you.
Danny, last one.
Yeah, tonight was the fourth straight game that Buster has caught. What's your reaction to what he's been able to do to this point in this season, at this point in his career?
I mean, yeah, absolute workhorse, impressive. He's one of the best catchers, for a reason, and why he's been so successful in this game. Just knows how to prepare, knows how to win. And it's been a privilege, and it's awesome, getting to watch him, perform every day. And, for me to throw to him this year, it's been great.
How would you describe your team's ability to just keep taking care of business in what's been a pretty tough stretch run?
Yeah, no, we're pretty workmanlike group, Susan, and I think we've demonstrated that consistently. We don't get too high or too low. Focus on the step right in front of us. And I thought, Tony came out and executed exactly as we were hoping. He was able to get through 5 innings for us clean and strong. Kind of maybe tired a little bit there at the end, but certainly an excellent outing and set the tone for the group tonight.
And how would you describe kind of what you guys are having to do now with sort of sitting and waiting? I know a lot of people have sort of been in this situation before, having to see what happens with another team's result.
I think we're just expecting to play a meaningful game tomorrow. It's pretty simple, straightforward for us, and that was our expectation all along, and we'll be prepared for that.
Alex.
Hey, Gabe, how different do you feel about your rotation going into the postseason than you did, maybe 2-3 weeks ago with the way that DeSclafani has pitched and the way Wood has pitched since he came back?
Yeah, great point. I feel very confident in it. Gosman's, slowly starting to come around and regain his form from the first half. This was DeSclafani's best outing in quite some time. Alex has been consistent, although he's just now getting stretched out. And then, Webb has been one of the game's better pitchers over the last three months. So feel pretty confident in the group, and just knowing that Johnny's coming back, knowing that McGee is very, very close. Feels like we have an overall pitching staff that's capable and strong going into these last couple of games.
And then knowing that you guys have kept the focus on yourselves, was it any different tonight just with the swings in that Dodger game? And the score is right in front of your dugout, and I'm sure you heard the crowd react at times and chant at times.
No, it's cool and fun, but it's a soft focus on what's happening, in Los Angeles with the Brewers and the Dodgers, and a sharp focus on the work that we have to do. I mean, it was, we got into the 7th inning there. We knew we were going to go to Dom and Rogers and Doval, and we're thinking about the outs that we have to record in our game. Additionally, we're looking for different ways that we might be able to tack on an additional run or two. We really do have to focus on our job. It requires too much energy to have a lot of intensity on both our game and somebody else's. So we'll stay focused on ours.
Janie.
Hi, Gabe. Speaking of tacking on runs, I mean, just such a remarkable 24 hours for Lamont. And then he gives you a key sac fly there that adds on another run. I mean, just can you sum up the special night for him and last night too, really?
Yeah, no, I think what'll stand out most to me, Janie, is kind of the character. It's sort of what the Willie Mack Award is all about. It's about teammate behavior. It's about, inspiration. Lamont is all of those things. And I thought he just did an excellent job of keeping it short and sweet, but saying really impactful things, thanking his family, connecting with the past Willie Mack Award winners. Thought it was a touching and very well done ceremony, and Lamont shined.
And Andy.
I wanted to ask about Lamont as well. As you mentioned, he is kind of a reserved personality, at least. But for him to make that kind of an impact on his teammates, that they would honor him in this way, is that pretty remarkable? And why do you think that is, that he's made that kind of impact?
Well, I mean, I think it starts with just being incredibly likable, and very respectful. And, I think he's a particularly inquisitive guy that is trying to learn as much as he can about the game so he can do the right thing. And he plays really, really hard. I think that goes a long way. I also think he's just been a very talented and excellent all around baseball player, but obviously has gotten some huge hits for us and had big moments. I think people really feed off the energy that he brings to the field. And in particular, he hits a big home run. He's sharing in that moment with everybody in the dugout, the base coaches with his little look back, and he's got style. So, all of those things, or the aggregate of all of those things, is why Lamont is inspirational, and why his teammates and his coaches gravitate towards him and believe in him so much.
Danny.
Hey Gabe, you've mentioned that McGee is very close to coming back. Once he returns, what are some ways you anticipate trying to get him back into the mix?
I think once we know that he's healthy and strong, he's going to be ready to pitch a big inning for us. I don't know when that inning is going to be yet, Danny. I think I think it's pretty clear right now that we've got some guys who are pitching in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and nobody's married to any particular roles. Jake can slide back into any of those. He's going to be ready for all of them, and we won't hesitate to use him in a big spot if that's what you're asking.
Got it. Thank you.
Marco.
Gabe, I just want to clarify that there was nothing physically wrong with Anthony. He just was tired after 71 pitches.
I think that's right. He has fatigued a little bit here over the course of the last outings that he's the last starts. He's fatigued a little bit early, and I think some of that has to do with just the amount of innings that he's logged relative to the amount of innings that he logged last year. Over the course of the season, he's been incredibly tough and incredibly durable, but in this particular game and in the last couple, he's been a little bit fatigued, and we just have to, keep an eye on that. One of the things that we've discussed all season long, and we continued all the way through today's game, is getting feedback from our pitchers, understanding where they are in terms of how fresh they are in any outing, and listening to the signals, following the cues of the game. And so that's what we did today with Anthony.
Steve.
Yeah, Gabe, I'm sorry if someone has asked you this already. I'm having a little trouble hearing, but I'm asking you about Darren Ruff. Why has he become so much better against right-handed pitching? I mean, he was thought to be for a long time a guy who was going to hit lefties and not really get a whole lot of time against righties. But A, he's doing that, and B, for a guy who's 35 years old and he's going to have his first taste of the postseason, what does that mean for you as someone who's been in the game for quite some time?
In Korea, his splits were pretty even. He was definitely a lefty killer, but he crushed righties as well. And if you go back to his history in the minor leagues, he's just a good hitter. He's always been a good hitter. And I think over the course of the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, he's been excellent against lefties and righties. Now he swings and misses a little bit more against righties, but you live with that because he has such high quality at bats, fouls off pitches. Like that first at bat, he spoiled a lot of pitches, and you could tell that he was calibrating as he went through it, and finally got a fastball in the middle of the plate and drove it out of the ballpark to left field. We've seen a lot of that this year. And even when his at bats against righties don't end in a base hit or him reaching base via the walk or a homer like tonight, we tend to think that they're high quality at bats where he makes that pitcher work hard. So it's not really surprising because it's what he's always done. It's just the role has expanded a little bit based on the fact that he's been so good for the last 2 years.
That's all we have. Thanks,
Cool.
Gabe.
Thanks.